Jai Baba Ji, Jai Baba Ji, Jai Baba Ji. I bow to the divinity in you, I bow to the divinity in myself, and I bow to the divinity that surrounds us all. Dear co-travelers, today's prayer. My Lord says, my child, be just and kind to your own self. Feel good any which ways. Stop being a pleaser. Be just to yourself now. I bowed in gratitude. Ever since the prayer came, I am getting messages. Are pleasers wrong? I am a pleaser, but I have gained nothing. Now I am depressed. Why pleasers are not good? I am a sensitive person, so I please. Dear co-travelers, we will have to understand a few things. Who are pleasers? Pleasers are people who are unjust to themselves, unkind to themselves. They put everything behind as far as they are concerned. And what do they put? Kindness for others, working out of their way for others, giving more than they can to others. And who are the people who are attracted to them? People who are controllers. People who like to control the pleaser. Pleaser will avoid conflict. Pleasers don't like conflicts. So the controller and the pleaser become compatible. Pleaser keeps pleasing, controller keeps controlling. So the pleaser is not kind and just to himself because he is not feeling good. Please remember, you can be a pleaser for 1 decade. But when your consciousness, when you are in awareness, when you get awakened, when you become alert, you will not like it. You will not like it. But then what does a pleaser do? He keeps conforming to the image. He has made an image of himself in front of others where people start taking him for granted, him or her for granted. The pleaser is not a happy person. Manifestation of a pleaser is drooping shoulders, stomach related issues, lower extremities in pain. Please remember, everything in limits is fine. Everything. Whether it is alcohol, whether it is relationship, whether it is food, whether it is being kind to others. So we will have to follow a path, a protocol where your feel good is very, very, very important. So pleaser has to understand kindness towards others should not be taken as something that you are exploited for. And kindness always means kindness to oneself. And recently I received a message from the divinity that you people, do you know that the heart is the organ which pumps blood? When the blood reaches the heart, it takes the best blood for its own self, then cleanses the other part of the blood and then sends it to the other organs. So it serves itself first. How? Why? How we know the biology? Why it serves itself the first? Because it knows if it is clean, if it is strong, it will be able to take care of the rest of the organs. Let's learn from nature. Let's learn from our source. The source also wants us to keep kindness for ourselves also. Keep good feelings for ourselves also. Let us not be taken for granted by others. Then a lady has written something which we'll do some other time. But a pleaser is always seeking approval from the others. There is nothing like within. He or she may be talking very big, that I am advanced in spirituality, and sometimes the pleasers take their own kindness for others, their own willingness to go out of their way for others as spirituality. It's not that. For sure it is not that. So they start expecting approval from others. So within there's nothing. Approval from outside. And what happens? They start expecting the same behavior that they are doing towards others as pleasers, and it doesn't happen. When it doesn't happen, what happens then? The world comes crumbling down. Fear, insecurity, leading to depression happens. So please be careful about the beautiful words that have come from the divine. Stop being a pleaser. Please yourself first, only then will you be able to please others, just like the heart is pumping the blood and taking the best part for itself and then giving to the other parts of the body. Then what happens is your own personality begins to become a burden to you. Drooping shoulders. Because please understand, we all have divine wisdom. A time comes when you begin to realize, maybe after a decade or half a decade or sooner than half a decade, that you are being exploited. And no one wants to be exploited. No one likes to be exploited. Then pleaser will always avoid conflict, as I said earlier. When the pleaser avoids conflict, the other person begins to control a pleaser. So when somebody is controlling you, you are not able to breathe. You are not able to think logically. So dear co-travelers, remember that we do not have to be a pleaser. First, I must please myself. It is not being selfish. Please don't take it as being selfish. Let me know my own rhythm and pace. Let me be kind to my own self. And by default, you will see, if you are kind to your own self, you are automatically kind with others. Thank you. Jai Baba Ji, Jai Baba Ji, Jai Baba Ji.